Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news when you hear about trade rumors in the NFL, especially around a team like the San Francisco 49ers, known for their relentless defense and strategic roster moves. You tend to perk up. Well, right now, the buzz is growing that the 49ers are contemplating a bold move, trading linebacker Fred Warner. And if this deal goes down, it could send shockwaves through the AFC North, especially for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are quietly building a formidable playoff contender. Now I know what you're thinking. Warner, the four-time All-Pro linebacker, a centerpiece of the 49ers defense, being traded. That sounds almost unthinkable, but hear me out, because there's a lot of logic behind this potential blockbuster. Let's start with the context. The 49ers are currently sitting at 6-8, and despite their recent success, they're facing a pretty tight salary cap situation, with around $19 million in cap space. That's not a ton of room to maneuver, especially for a team aiming to retool and stay competitive in the postseason. Warner, who commands a hefty $25 million cap hit, is a prime candidate for a trade if they decide to pivot towards a rebuild. The team's defense has struggled this season, allowing around 25 points per game, which is uncharacteristic for a 49ers squad known for its stinginess. Some reports suggest that the 49ers are considering dismantling parts of their defense and trading Warner, a versatile linebacker who can cover, rush the passer, and stop the run, could be part of that strategy. Now, what would the Steelers gain in such a scenario? Well, if the Steelers manage to acquire Warner, it could be a game-changer for their defense. Currently, Pittsburgh's linebacker core is solid, but could use that extra punch, especially in coverage and tackling. Warner, with his track record, would instantly elevate the Steelers' middle, providing leadership and playmaking ability that could turn their defense into an absolute nightmare for opposing offenses. His ability to line up everywhere on the field, inside, outside, in coverage or blitzing, would give coordinator Terrell Austin a ton of flexibility. Pairing him with Cole Holcomb would be like having a linebacker tandem that can dominate the middle of the field, drastically improving the Steelers' run-stopping capabilities and pass defense. Let's talk numbers briefly. Warner has accumulated 948 tackles in his career, along with 10 sacks and 10 interceptions. His PFF grade for 2025, despite some injury hiccups, sits at an impressive 92. 5 over 6 games, with 50 tackles and 1 interception so far. Even with injuries in 2025, a rib injury in Week 3 that kept him out for a few games, Warner has shown resilience, starting strong in Week 1 with 10 tackles. Historically, he's been a leader on the field, much like how the Jets boosted their defense with C.J. Mosley, helping elevate their unit's tackles and overall performance. For the 49ers, trading Warner might seem like a risk, especially since they're already trying to reset their roster with a cap hit of $25 million. But if they see this as a way to rebuild quickly, they might consider a deal that includes picks and a promising young linebacker. This move would, in effect, dismantle one of the league's top defenses, but it would also open up cap space and give them draft capital to rebuild around their core. It's a tough pill to swallow, but sometimes teams have to make these tough decisions to set the stage for future success. Now focusing on the Steelers' perspective, adding Warner could be the piece that pushes this team over the top in the AFC. The division is brutal, with teams like the Ravens and Browns always lurking, but Pittsburgh has been quietly building a strong squad, especially on defense. With Hayward anchoring the line, and now the possibility of Warner upgrading the middle linebacker spot, the Steelers could turn into an even more dominant unit. Imagine Warner paired with Cole Holcomb, both able to read plays quickly, shed blocks, and make tackles in the open field. Their combined tackling could boost the Steelers' tackling rate by around 18%, while also reducing yardage allowed on the ground by approximately 12%. That's the kind of defensive prowess that can carry a team deep into the playoffs. And speaking of playoffs, let's not forget the big picture. The Steelers are sitting at 9-5, in a good position for the postseason, But adding a player like Warner could be the difference between a first-round exit and a legitimate Super Bowl run. His ability to shut down top-tier RBs and disrupt passing lanes would be invaluable, especially in the high-stakes environment of the playoffs. Warner's presence could serve as an X-factor in critical moments, similar to how the Chiefs' linebackers elevated their defense in 2023, boosting their chances and raising their Super Bowl odds from +600 to +700. It's worth noting that Warner's history of performance in big moments, combined with his leadership qualities, makes him a perfect fit for the Steelers' culture of resilience and grit. He's the type of player who can elevate a defense to elite status, especially when paired with a strong front like Hayward and a disciplined secondary. His versatility and instincts would allow the Steelers to mix and match coverages, blitz packages, and run-stopping schemes, making it nearly impossible for offenses to game plan against them. Of course, a trade like this would come with questions. Will the 49ers be willing to part with such a cornerstone? What would the Steelers have to give up? Likely draft picks and perhaps a young linebacker or some additional assets. But if you ask any Steelers fan, the potential reward far outweighs the risk. A linebacker of Warner's caliber could be the difference-maker in the AFC landscape, especially given how tight and competitive the conference has become. Plus, it sends a message that the Steelers are serious about contending now, not just in the future. In terms of the bigger picture, this move could mark the beginning of a new era for the Steelers' defense. With Warner in the middle, the team could see a significant boost in EPA, expected points added, especially in third-down situations where elite linebackers tend to shine. His ability to cover tight ends, help in blitz packages, and stuff the run would complement the already strong unit led by Cam Hayward. It's the kind of upgrade that could propel the Steelers into the top tier of NFL defenses, making them a nightmare for even the most potent offenses in the AFC. Looking at the playoff picture, if this trade happens, Warner could be the secret weapon that pushes Pittsburgh into the Super Bowl conversation. His track record of performing under pressure, combined with the Steelers' stout front and emerging secondary, makes for a terrifying combination. It's no stretch to imagine him shutting down some of the league's best running backs and disrupting passing games that rely heavily on quick throws and intermediate routes. His presence could elevate the entire team's confidence and execution, especially in the high-pressure environment of January football. And let's not forget the fans' perspective. Pittsburgh is known for its blue-collar mentality, grit, and toughness. Trading for Warner would embody that spirit, a bold move that shows they're all in on winning now. It's a move that could energize the fan base, ignite the locker room, and send a clear message to the rest of the AFC. The Steelers are here to contend, and they're willing to do whatever it takes. As we look ahead, the NFL landscape is shifting fast, and this potential Warner trade could be the catalyst for a Steelers resurgence. With his talent, leadership, and versatility, Warner has all the makings of a Steelers legend in the making. It's a move that could not only solidify their defense, but also tilt the balance of power in the AFC. And if it happens, it will be a story for the ages, a bold chapter in the Steelers' storied history of making gutsy, game-changing moves. So stay tuned, because the next few weeks could be the most exciting in Steelers history, with all eyes on Warner and the future of this defense. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Would you love to see Warner in the black and gold? Do you think this move can push the Steelers over the top and into that elusive Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions mean everything to us and to the Steelers. We're all in this together, and I'll be back soon with even more updates, analysis, and news on everything Steelers related. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep that Steelers pride alive.